It's beautiful how things align themselves sometimes. Somebody commented saying that they missed the Smuggle Nut videos, and I told them that they would get one of those real soon. And when I said that, I was not expecting today to be the day that he gets that video, but I'm going to humor you for a bit because Jussie Smollett, Jussie Smuggle Nuts, our granddaddy of hate crimes, came out of hiding to let the world know that he actually has evidence and that he's being set up and being made an example out of by the Chicago Police Department because they needed somebody to fit their narrative. I don't know what narrative that could possibly be because Jussie went to the police saying that he was attacked and they investigated it and they came back saying, seems like you're lying about that, buddy. So I don't really know what narrative they could possibly have against you, but he claims that he's the one who they're making an example out of. He's the target. He's the person that we all need to sit here and say, this is the example of what not to do when you are trying to lie about a hate crime. And you see what I'm doing here? You see how I'm telling you that he's a liar, that he faked the hate crime, and he's given you nothing this entire year-long saga. He's been quiet, and he claims that he should have been outspoken and that being quiet got him no favors. Duh, because when you were quiet, when you were speaking, you called yourself the gay Tupac. When you were speaking, you presented yourself as the victim, and that if anyone doesn't believe you, then that's their problem because they are racist, because they just don't want to believe you as if you've always told the truth and that you are somebody worthy of being believed just because you're black and gay. And narrative fits that people hate black and gay people. And when you have that combined, that's a terrible thing. This entire 30-minute segment of this Instagram live is just him being upset that people don't believe him, but he's not going to feed them energy. He's not going to give them the time of day. If that's the case, why are you on Instagram live pleading your case that you're still innocent? You're giving people ammunition to fire back at you. And the thing about the evidence that you claim is out there, the fact that you have two witnesses that could corroborate your story about there being white individuals that were there instead of the two random black people that they found on surveillance footage, with the evidence that you brought up, the bleach, the robe, the news, whatever you want to call it. The fact that you claim that there's video evidence of you getting attacked, but the Chicago PD is withholding that information and that the video out there mysteriously cuts as soon as you get attacked. I find that all to be someone trying to fit a narrative that the cops don't like black and gay people. I see that as somebody who's trying to make the cops seem like the bad guy. Why do I say that? Because also in that live, he brings up how the Chicago PD has a shady past. And that's interesting because what usually happens when a black person gets shot by a white cop, people bring up that black person's past and you can't do that. That has nothing to do with this case and you shouldn't be doing that. It doesn't matter what they've done in the past, right? Isn't that how that usually goes? So why is it now that the cops have a history of a bad track record? They have a bad track record. That means they got this wrong. That means that you're innocent. That's not how that goes. The truth will come out about this. The truth will be exposed because apparently there are people fighting for the FBI to release all the documents either to the public or just to a specific group so they can release it to the public. But here's the thing, nothing. For this entire year-long saga, nothing you've done has proved you innocent. You've had people speak for you and go out there and say, even if he did fake it, even if this is staged, this should still be something that we focus on. That's not how that works. When you want to be out there speaking for a message, for a movement, you don't fake it so that you can get some attention on it. There are people who suffer from hate crimes. That's a fact. No one can sit here and say that, hate crimes don't exist. Hate crimes don't happen. They do. The problem is people like Smuggle Nuts sitting here faking these things. That hurts these people because now when they go to the police or when they make something public, they're automatically deemed a liar. They're automatically deemed, you're another Jussie Smollett. Althea Bernstein has not been brought up, I think, for almost 2 months now because no one can figure out if she's telling the truth or if she's just a female Smuggle Nuts. So you see what you've done with this. You see what you've done seeing as if you just wanted a Subway sandwich up your ass, but now you have the entire world realizing that you're nothing but a phony. And the fact that nobody was talking about you, nobody mentioned you for I think a couple of months. You came out of nowhere, and so now all the people who know you're a liar are going to come right back at you again. And I saw that little open letter of solidarity that everybody drew up, and I'm going to do a video on that. But that's just another example of people not really paying attention to the fact that this dude has given you no reason to believe him. Like I said from the beginning, I thought that this man over-exaggerated his story. I thought that something happened, but maybe it was too traumatic and he was putting gaps in it. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. But as time went on, it was very evident that he's a liar and that nobody should be buying his story. And if your gripe with the police is that they do everything against the black person, so everything that happens, even if it's fake or if it's real, if it involves the cops are the bad ones always, especially when somebody is faking something, that's a poor way to go about that. This man has given no one any reason to believe him. And if you blindly believe him, that's on you. That has nothing. That's no bearing on me. That's no weight on my shoulder. I can't convince you to sit here and call him a liar. You're just going to have to wake up one day and just taste your own defeat. And the comments he made about, nobody will let this go and how the cops are so focused on winning the case instead of finding the truth. What was the point of them even taking your investigation? What was the point of them showing up to your apartment or your house or whatever that was when they knocked on the door and they just saw you with a rope around your neck? The point of that was to get to the truth. The point of that was to help you because you called them, you or your manager, somebody called them for you and got them to come to your house to do what? Investigate. And what were they investigating for? The truth. You can't be mad that your truth is not the actual truth here. And so to sit here and act as if it's bad for people to win a lawsuit case or win a case in general, what do you think they're supposed to do? You wasted their time, so they were suing you and they want to win the lawsuit, buddy. Like, are you dumb? Did you take an intro to law school and you think you know everything about law? And to bring up the notion that no one will let this go, keep in mind, no one's talked about this dude for months. The last time anyone really paid attention to this case was when Dan Webb came out and said something about how there was evidence to prove that misconduct happened. That was the last time. And I think this was maybe 3 months ago, maybe. But in terms of the entire story, no one was paying attention. It's only now that this is back in the limelight because of nobody but you, because you want people on your side. And the problem is there are people, black people, who hear your story, who piece it all together, and they call you a liar. Your own supporters, the ones that are fans of you but have been paying attention, there are some of them that call you a liar. There are people that just outright don't believe your story from the beginning because it made no sense. And I will stand on it. When you called yourself the gay Tupac, that is when I didn't care about your story anymore and I deemed you a liar because you are not on the level of Tupac Shakur. I hear you're a singer, but you're not on Tupac's level and you will never be on Tupac's level. To end this video, I'm going to say the same thing that I've been saying in almost every single video that I've done about this dude. There is so much evidence to prove him guilty. Show me. I would love to see the full-length video of him getting attacked. I would love to see it. Show me the 2 white people that had a rope and actually had time to be in -20-degree weather to attack somebody and pour bleach on them. Show me evidence that he is actually the victim. Please, I want it. Because I want to sit here and say, oh, this was a travesty. I want to sit here and say that, oh, this shouldn't happen. I want to sit here and say that we need to do better as a society of not being this disgusting towards people. But the problem is I've got none of that for a full year. And once again, as it seems like, we're going to have to bring it all back again because smuggle nuts want some of the Black Lives Matter attention. But until that time, subscribe to the channel for more videos on our favorite nut smuggler, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.